Hey everyone, welcome to your Wednesday update with a special guest who didn't know she was going to be a guest until about 3 minutes ago.
That's right.
We're recording this Sunday, but we really wanted to get you some information. So, Kathy, who are you?
I am Kathy Judy. I've been a member of the church for, I don't even know, since 2008. And I'm on the guild and on the strategic planning committee and way too much stuff. So.
And that's none of the reason I asked.
That's true. So it's not the easy stuff that he's asking me to come here for. All right.
So we wanted to do a video just so that you would have information. We're not going to tell you how to vote on the Thrive plan, that you are already having, if you're early voting, it's already time to vote. And the election is November 15th.
I think it starts on the 1st.
Is that when it's? Yeah, so next Saturday. See, this is why I had you.
Well, I think it does, because I checked my little, you can open your Go Vote, and it already has the stuff in there. So you can check it now if you want to read through each one of the tax millage information.
And Together Baton Rouge has done a lot of research on this, and it is incredibly complicated. So we want to share with you just what we know so that you can go informed. And I think this is kind of fair. There's no good vote. Is that... A no vote has consequences,
That's right.
And a yes vote has consequences.
That's true, yeah.
So, how do we start this? What are the three votes?
So there's three different millages, dedicated millages that you're voting for. The first one's for the library. Originally, the library had their own millage. They still do, but now it's changed. And instead of all the money going to the library, a few of the mills goes to the general fund for the city. And then the same thing happens with the Council of Aging and the mosquito abatement. I think those are the three.
Yeah.
So they have their own millages, and they're the same as they've always been, but some of that money is being redirected, along with some reserves that they have as well, to the government, to the city government.
Yeah, and so it's kind of complicated. So this all came about because East Baton Rouge Parish is consolidated government. But please don't leave. You got to know all of this.
Okay.
But as consolidated government, the parish is obligated to provide certain services to the congregation, to the parish.
Yeah, to the parish.
When a city incorporates, like Baker, Zachary, Central, St. George, am I missing one?
I think that's it.
Yeah, when they incorporate, they get to keep the sales taxes to pay for their own city, but the parish is still obligated to pay for the other services. So St. George being created a $50 million gap that our current mayor president, the mayor is our mayor because we live in Baton Rouge, the city, but he's also the president of the parish.
That's right.
So if you lived in St. George or Baker, you vote on your own mayor and you vote on our mayor.
That's right.
Because you're voting on your president. But so
that's more complicated than the tax, I think.
Yes, but that's part of what brings us here. So our current mayor has a $50 million gap in the budget. He just does, because when you build your entire government off of sales tax, and a city takes away that sales tax, you now have to cover it. So his plan, and Together Baton Rouge, I don't know if you knew this, he originally had a plan to take away a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. I went to those meetings that the library and the Metro Council held. I went to one in Central, I think.
So they originally were going to take away a lot more of the millage. Together Baton Rouge actually went and talked to the mayor and lowered the amount. But essentially, he's got to fill a $50 million budget. This year, the library's millage is up for renewal.
That's right.
And the Metro Council did not vote, I believe, on the full millage. They just pushed through this reduced millage.
Well, I think originally they tried to get their regular millage, and it has to go through the council, and they kind of stalled on it. And then the mayor came up with this really outrageous, maybe I'll say, just big plan that nobody was expecting. It kind of threw everybody for a loop, and the library was going to lose their dedicated millage. And then it was up to the government to fund the library. Right. So it was, and the people who love the library came out, and Baton, I would say Together Baton Rouge was very instrumental in saying, hey, let's find a compromise here. So this is the compromise where they went to the 3 dedicated organizations who have that dedicated millage and said, can we have some of your money?
So I don't know how the math works exactly. So the library is the largest one of the 3. But if you paid, let's say, $1,000 a year to the library as your property tax, the proposal right now is for you to still pay $1,000 a year, but for $750 of that dollars to go to the library, and $250,
something like that,
$250 to go into the Baton Rouge General Fund. And part of passing that millage is all of the money the library has saved, because the library has been pretty good stewards of our money.
I think there's about 50 plus million.
Because when they build a new building, I believe they pay cash for it.
They are very good about their money. They've always been good about their money. And that's why I think people have tried to support the library over, this is coming up on 20, 30 years. So.
Yeah, and part of the problem, if you are good at saving your money so that you don't have to take out debt, you have money sitting there while you're waiting to use it. So there's a large pool of money in the library's reserves that if you pass that version of the Thrive Plan, half of it goes, or 50 million or something, goes to the city. The mayor has not said what happens if you vote against it. Like if it fails, the mayor has not said what happens.
The library has. So the library said if it's a no vote for them, they have to start over. So next year, they'll have to go back to the council and ask for their dedicated millage. They have to then get them to say yes. If they say yes, then they have to get it on the ballot. Then they have to vote for it. But there's a gap there of a full year where they would not have any funding.
Now, they do have enough money in reserve to pay for that year.
They definitely have, they have money for 26. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about 27. But the library has lots of materials if you want to go and find out more about it.
And they are... So the other thing is if the Metro Council doesn't want to present a millage, it is possible for the citizens to get enough signatures to put a millage on the ballot. So, but that's a gamble, right? So if you vote yes for so Mosquito and Rodent and Council on Aging, both of them, their millages is significantly lower than the library, and the amount that's being taken out is significantly lower, but it's still money from Council on Aging.
Right, and their millages are much lower anyway, right. So it's just a little bit of it.
Libraries is like 13 or something.
I think it's 11.
11, and then
11.1 or 11 something.
Council on Aging and Mosquito is like 2.
Right, two or three. You can also, if you open your Go Vote, your app, you'll see the entire language for everyone, how much of the millage goes where, what's the total millage, all of that. So I would say if you have that app, Go Vote, just open it up. Open your ballot and you'll see all that information. And it's a lot, but it tells you where the money goes as far as the general fund and then to each of these groups, organizations.
And part of it is Mosquito and Rodent and Council on Aging, their millage is not due for another year or two, so they have a little flex if this doesn't pass. The library does not.
It's true. I think they are like a year later than the library.
So no matter what, and the mayor has not set his plan for where the money would go that he's pulling out. Maybe it's paying down debt, maybe it's paying for services. We don't know because he hasn't said. So we are left with a bad choice, and both are hard. If you vote no on the library tax, there is a chance there is not a path for the library to get any money. I trust the city, and I think that there is a way that they would do it. But there's a chance, especially in this time where we just voted down a district attorney millage.
Well, the library has a lot of information about it. So if you want to see how they feel about it, they have put out materials specifically and just for there.
And the libraries are saying vote for it.
They are saying yes. And you might see your library signs, they've tacked on a little vote yes on November 15th. If you drive around your neighborhoods, the signs have that on.
You're also voting yes to take a lot of money away from the libraries. I mean, it's...
Yeah, so it definitely... I'm not sure they always took the full millage, though, so that I'm not sure. But they have come out and said, we can do everything we do. Nothing will be, nothing will be reduce the hours. So, but I'll let them speak for themselves.
Yes. What we're trying to do right here is to just let you know some of what is being asked of you.
Well, because a lot of people think it's a new tax, things like that. So they're not. These are things we voted for every.
So for you, the amount you pay doesn't change.
Well, I'm not. That's the only thing I'm not sure of. So I feel like go look at your property taxes from last year and see what the millage actually was from the library, because I'm not sure they always took the full 11.
Is that?
Yeah. So I think sometimes they only took what they're needed. So that's the only thing that might be a little hairy for people. So I haven't tracked mine down yet. I need to find my form, where it lists BREC and everything that comes out. But that's a way you can check, and you can see what was the millage coming out for you, the mills.
Yeah. And Together Baton Rouge also intentionally did not take a stand on this. They are making a plan for if it passes and if it fails, a way that, because actually we did the math on it. Do you know how many people in Baton Rouge Together Baton Rouge represents?
No, I don't.
So the city is what, 250,000? Or, I don't know, city or parish.
I never understand the difference in some ways.
If you look at all of the members of all of the institutions that are a member of Together Baton Rouge, it represents about 150,000.
That's amazing.
So that is a representation of the people. And the people need to have a conversation with the government. Also, if Thrive passes, is the money going to go to police? Is it going to go back to the libraries?
I think that's the next work if it passes, right? To really hold a mayor accountable for what are you going to do with that money.
Right.
You promised us that he had a plan originally, but it was kind of what do I want to say? Kind of changed a lot, and we never quite could get it nailed down. So
that is what I wanted and why I pulled Kathy. Kathy was coming for a meeting and she said, "Yeah, we'll wait for 10 minutes for the meeting so you can have this." We just wanted you to have some information about what's coming up. Yeah. Are we missing anything?
I'm just like you. I mean, I'm not an expert on any of this, so there's lots of opportunities to find out more. But we're hoping we just kind of demystified some of it for you.
And no, it's complicated. And also for this Sunday, we're doing an altar. If you have a photo or a memento of a loved one, please bring it to church. There's a bunch of other stuff coming up, but we've given them a long video. Yeah. Anything else we should say? Or
Happy Halloween?
Oh yeah. No.
Oh.
Well, no. Yes, it'll be Wednesday in 2 days. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Enjoy.
All right.
Bye, y'all.